Hi and welcome to the Practice of Leadership. I am your host, Alexandra Gold, and I'm just waiting to see, because I know that we have a delay, to make sure that you can hear and see me. So if you can just let me know, that would be great. And as soon as I know that you can see and hear me, I shall begin the process. If you can just let me know that you can see and hear me. Got quite a lot to get through tonight. And I will start to share my screen as well. Let me know. Hey, yes. Hi, Kim. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, because I always wonder whether I'm speaking to thin air. It has been known to happen. Welcome. You're all very welcome to the Practice of Leadership, which is another subject really close to my heart, especially for the women today, because I know that we can change the world. And I'm going to share my screen, and in good old-fashioned leadership ways, I know that we're having a few technical issues tonight, and I'm just waiting to see whether this works for me. So this isn't working. So I just need to make sure that you can see and hear me and present to everyone. Lovely. Hi, Marcy from California. It's lovely for you to join me. And you can see my screen as well. Yes, brilliant, because I can't see it on the other gadget that I brought in, just especially to see whether it's working or not. And I know that I've had a few technical issues with trying to get this to work on Play. So you're going to have all that beautiful design work that I went into, all those beautiful animations. We're not going to have those tonight, but we will have the whole presentation. And I will start straight away because we've got so much to get through. It's about approximately 45 minutes to an hour. And as you can see, I've got quite a lot to get through. I think we have about 60 files. So without further ado, I would like to welcome you to the Practice of Leadership. And this is a complimentary masterclass in the series of 3 for Heal, Empower, Lead, which I have created from the system that I've worked out, the Golden Compass, for essentially, if it's for women who are in a place of pain, who want to help change the world, because I think we all want to be a little bit more vocal, a little bit more seen and heard, and play a part in history today. For me, it is really important that the practice of leadership involves your joy. So tonight I'm going to teach you all about designing a purposeful lifestyle that you love, the money to create it, the time to enjoy it, and making the world a better place. Because I believe that if we all stand in our power in a happy and joyful way, then there's no way that we can't make the world a better place from that place. So who is this for? This is for coaches, consultants, therapists, healers, authors, speakers, or facilitators, energy workers, or somebody who empowers others or wants to share their gifts with the world through their unique essence. And if this is somebody like you, or you want to be like that, then this is definitely for you, because that's what I wanted to do when I started this whole process. And in the next 45 minutes, I will show you how to become a leader in your speciality, to package your expertise, create your own brand, and share your gifts with the world. And I know this because I've done this myself. And all of the Woman on Purpose trainings, we use the Golden Compass to live purposefully, passionately, prosperously, and so that we can leave a legacy. So we're looking at the bigger picture, and then we're bringing it down and enjoying our life so that we know that we're doing good all the way through our lives. We're filling in all of the gaps that we have, and we're creating the future. We're enjoying it as we go along, and we're living and leaving a legacy so that we have something to be proud of, and we're not having regrets at any stage, because that's the biggest thing that I've learned. So here's my promise to you today. I'm going to show you how to design your unique leadership business, package it in a way to optimize your income, time, and lifestyle, to create a brand that you love, and in order for you to share your unique gifts with the world. So let me ask you, does this sound like you? Do you have a pain in your heart that needs to be filled? Do you want to share your wisdom with the world, but are now not sure how to do it? Do you want to live your dreams and have more money than you need so that you can contribute more to those causes that are close to your heart? Do you want to be seen and be heard and be valued for all that you are and all that you do? And do you want to be your best self? Let go of your fear and limiting beliefs so that you can have the courage to do all of those things that you would love, and of course not have any regrets. And this, are you working too hard for too little money, time, or recognition? And I think we can all safely say that's been us at any time, many times in our lives. Well, if it is you, I can honestly say that the real problem is that you're caught in the old paradigm system. And it's a very, very hard system to break through. I know it took me years and years, and today I'm sharing with you all of those years of learning, because I want all of us women to contribute to the world and to lead from a happy place, from a joyful place, from a purposeful place, and then to lead by example and showing that example. And I had to really master the trust and belief of the universal laws. And it doesn't matter what your beliefs are, within them, we inherently know that those universal laws are of abundance, of karma, of give and receive, of all that you inherently know. And then there'd be no way to stop you, because you just automatically want to share the story. You want to share that wealth, that truth, your wisdom, and most importantly, your gifts in the world. And once you master them, you will want to do it by example. You will want to do it by giving and receiving the abundance, because that will be the example. You'll want to do and share by being guided by the mystery and miracles that happens once you start, and trusting. You have to really start moving and trusting yourself within this process. And I know how difficult it is, and I know where the doubts come in. And you will want everyone to know the new paradigm, because it will make the world a better place and can have such an impact. And once you truly embody the secrets of this abundance mindset, you'll be able to focus on your purpose, because that will be your job in the world. And then you'll be able to let it expand with your own personal rhythm and flow. You'll be able to have the determination to package your gifts, because you will take on the awe and wonder of the responsibility of your purpose. And I say awe and wonder and responsibility because they're both balanced when you actually embody this mindset. You'll be able to charge what you're worth and know within your heart that you're living your purpose, and have enough trust for others to do theirs. And you will be able to give yourself the freedom to be who you want to be and how you want to be, and live and work wherever you choose to be. And there will be no going back. But the one thing you really need to know if you truly want to be a leader is that no successful purpose-driven leaders are handed abundance and purpose and significance and avid followers on a plate. They don't rely on luck or chance or others to see their gifts and make them shine. They choose what it is they want to do and how they want to do it, and then they do the work. And that's where the practice of leadership magic happens. Because once you learn all you need to know, you practice until you're almost, because you never will be perfect, you learn to let go, press that button, and know that you'll get confident, better, more competent, until you finally embody what it is that you're sharing at the moment. And then you'll want to spread your wings and fly in another direction. A direction that leads and is shown to you while you're creating this leadership process, because mystery and the magic never ever stop. You may change a little, but once you're on a track and you stick to that course and are guided by what's being shown to you, you really know that you can always learn more, you can always practice more, and you can always embody more. And that in turn leaves you to be a great leader, because you're always pushing your limits and always will have those people that you can show another aspect of leadership to. Now, within the Golden Compass, within the Woman on Purpose element, there are literally 3 simple elements of a successful leadership or successful healing program or empowerment program. And that is passion. You have to be able to trust, to love what you do and do what you love. And that means you have to excavate all those things that perhaps you put in the background for a while. You have to let them back into your life. All of those passions, all of those desires. And when you actually explore those passions and desires, you find out that some of them really aren't sitting with you as well as they used to, and you're able to then let them go. And then that narrows your focus so that you'll be able to concentrate more on what really does light you up. And when you find out what really does light you up, you'll be on purpose. And when you're on purpose, that gives you the ability to actually expand who you are and focus on what you have to do to get to the next level. And that means prosperity or profit. In this world, we measure prosperity by financial gain. But once we start that whole process and we understand that the abundance isn't just finance, it's about quality of life, it's about time spent with loved ones, time spending doing the things that you really enjoy, and having that balance so that you can either incorporate them into what you do as a leader, or you can have the time to enjoy them separately. And I say that because it's always all your choice. And when we're on purpose and we're creating a profit, we're able to leave a legacy behind us. And that could be a financial legacy. But I think for us women who are practicing leadership, that means that we're creating something that is developing a new world, a new era, a new generation, and creating and leaving a legacy that we are proud of, that will be seen in the history books when we look back. And we're actually making the world a better place. And these simple 3 principles that lead us to that legacy work in every area of the Golden Compass, and every area of life, and every area of success in whatever form that is, and can be held within any belief that you have. I see these 3 principles as learning, practicing, and embodying, and then you can grow some more. And they're also used to heal, empower, and lead, so you can contribute some more. So this is an ever-growing cycle. You can choose to stop at any time. You can choose how big that cycle is, how huge you want to be, how much of an impact, how much of a legacy you want to create. But essentially, if you can master, trust, and believe in those principles, you will be getting that fulfillment, that success, as being a human being with no regrets, and knowing that you're doing it for the good of the world and the good of the planet and the good of you and the good of your family, and it always works. Once you have the magic, you will give yourself permission to let go, to forgive, and to move on. You will decide on your purpose and follow it. You'll decide on the amount of money that you need, and then set about creating the world that you need to have that amount of money. And you'll take the necessary action you need. And then once you start your journey in joy, and I mention joy a lot because the new paradigm, the new way of thinking, the new way of doing things is to work and lead from that place of joy and entice people into this new world of abundance. You need to be happy, joyful, have that time, have a lifestyle, have all of these things in order to share this world, this new era with the people that really need to see it, that with those that want hope, those that want opportunities and solutions. And you'll know that for that, you have to give yourself a push, and you'll decide on a path to follow and stick to it. But you'll also be open to guidance, the infinite possibilities and changes that may need to occur within yourself, within your leadership, within your purpose, and it will always guide you if you listen closely to your intuition, as long as you keep moving and don't make excuses about being stuck in procrastination for too long. Let me introduce myself. I am Alexandra Gold. I'm the author of the #1 book, A Woman on Purpose. I'm the creator of the Golden Compass Practical Spiritual Development System. I'm a founder of the Woman on Purpose Foundation, group and community, which has a following of over 45,000 women and reaches women all over the world. And I've done that within 2 years. My actual leadership presence has been developed over the last 2 years. And a little bit of background to me is 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. I was disabled for the next 10 years with osteomyelitis, which is disease of the bone. I also acquired lots of infections during that time, and I nearly lost my life on a number of occasions. I have been broke, I've been homeless, I've been told I would never have children, then had a miracle baby. But what I went through in this journey was a reinvention, rediscovery, and an absolute determination to do something that I loved, to have a significance and make a difference, to have a legacy for my children and my son and for the world. And during my time of being ill, I learned that I wanted to be seen and heard as a human being, not just as a medical object, or not just another human being who was going through sadness or pain or grief or whatever level it was at that time. I wanted to be in my power, and I wanted to be independent, and then I wanted to know how to do it, and I wanted to show others how to do it. But it's not all about me today, it's all about you and becoming a leader. So let's crack straight on with what I want to share with you today. And essentially, if you take this to heart and you do the work, you will become a leader in a way that you love, and you will be able to create all of the lifestyle, income, and opportunities that your hearts desire. So ask yourself, why do you want to be a leader? Do you want to earn more money to buy the things you desire? Do you want to be seen, be heard, and recognized so that you can find your place with those who hold you in esteem, or you hold in esteem, should I say? Do you want the time to enjoy precious moments with those that you love, to travel, to entertain and be entertained too? Or do you want to just share your wisdom and knowledge with the world? Now, all of these are right, absolutely they're right, but you have to decide what area you want to lead in. And if you're absolutely sure of that, that's brilliant. But essentially, when you're leading in something, you are finding a solution to people who have a need or a challenge. That is it. And that is the span of everything, whether it is in charity, whether it is in business, or whether it is in leadership. Essentially, if there is a need for a solution, then you have to fill it. So how do you want to fill it? And I would say get clarity about what you can share with the world from a place of joy, as I mentioned, and a place that truly moves you. So look at all of your passions, your talents, your skills and your experience. And I have a center stage pack in the free membership if you want to go through that, which goes through all of this and how to find your center stage. But I want you to be honest about it. I want you to really look at the passions that you used to have, you know, all of those things that you threw away or said you're too old for or not enough time for. You have to look at those. And then you have to look at things that you always wanted to do and perhaps they're hankering after, and really look at those deeply, because some of these you might be able to let go of as well, which gives you clarity and more focus. And this also comes to skills and experience. Some skills we have developed over the years we forget about because we don't enjoy them. But when you're being a leader, you need to know what you're leading. You need to have a greater understanding of what it is you're doing, and however you're going to lead, you have to have the ability to manage that situation. And your experience. Some of your experiences will be bad, but you don't have to bring them all out. You don't have to wallow in anger and use that anger from a place of shame or guilt for yourself or for others. You can do it in a way where you can share your story so people can relate, but you can also share your beauty and how you've found your joy again. And that is the way that new paradigm leaders need to be able to share. You need to be able to share this with joy and abundance. So be honest with yourself about how you want to lead, because you can lead in one space and contribute to causes that touch your heart in a separate one. But if you're really lucky and done what I've done, you can use all of that and create a package where you are so enjoy and contributing and doing them and combining them all. So you are multitasking and leading away in something that's really close to your heart that you feel passionate about, and you're actually creating your world of abundance whilst you're doing it. I also want you to think about your big why and what your core values are, because your big why will be different to somebody else's big why. For me, when I was diagnosed for the first time, I wanted to make the world a better place. And then after I'd had my brain tumor removed and I was quite poorly with disease, I wanted to be useful. And then after a series of things that happened where I wasn't being seen or heard and it just got too much, then I wanted to empower others to be seen and to be heard and educate the world in leadership, in standing in your power, so that we all come together. And then when I was looking at community and finding how we could all be independent, because I truly believe that if we're all doing something that we love, creating the money that we need to enjoy the life that we need and having the time to do it, if each and every one of us can demonstrate to the world that this works, then the world, the economy will grow, our lives will get better, we will have people that feel happy in whatever job they're doing, and we will create a better society to live in. So that's really quite a profound way. It is quite selfish when you think about it, but I know from a place of being vulnerable that I will have a time probably when I'll be vulnerable again. And it leaves me to think about those solutions in a bigger way. So think about it. And then do the research and be discerning when honing your leadership offering, because you have to find a place where your passion hits what the world wants and what people are willing to pay for your products and services, and then align your offering with that, because it needs to be what you want, what they want, and you have to find a way to match them all up together so that you're creating that income. You are serving the people that you want to serve and having the the people around you and the community around you. So you have to be discerning. You can't offer something for £5 and then not do the work to sell it lots and lots of times, depending on how big an income you want. But you can sell something for £5,000 and not have to do it quite as much. But you will have to find the people that can buy that then. So your product will have to be in alignment with that so that they will be able to afford it. Everything needs to be thought about because every challenge needs a solution. You have to find a way that you can work with you. And remember, if you're creating an income that supports you and enables you to grow, that enables you to contribute more. And when you know what you want to lead in, you can focus on your business and leave others to theirs. I know it was really hard being sympathetic, empathetic, being in pain and seeing all the anger, hostility and wants in the world. But there are so many areas of the world that I want to change. But I was unable by doing absolutely nothing. And then when I realized that perhaps if I did something, I could contribute in some way to those causes that are close to my heart, and then in another to create a better world and create a better society, that made me focus on what it is that I was doing. And when you know what you want to lead in, you know that you have a job. You give yourself this job. And you must take it seriously if you're going to reap the rewards and share your gifts with the world. You can choose a plan that suits your life today and your tomorrows. You have to be honest about that, and you have to do the work to get there, but it is possible. And you decide your financial goals and command the value and level of your worth, or for your worth, or the jobs or the products that you're creating, and of the job that you have decided to do. You decide on the hours that you work and how to align your work with your life and your income and your commitments elsewhere and your joys. And when you reap those rewards, I promise you that it automatically instills the passion, or more passion, more motivation and more momentum, because you're making a contribution. You're living your best life and you're leaving a legacy. And you know, when you're leading, there are people relying on you. So you have to be the one that gets up and goes to work. It's like being the headmaster and saying, I don't want to go to school today. You have to accept responsibility for your chosen profession, and being a leader makes us even more important. Sandra, for example, she was one of the first Women in Purpose teachers when I started the foundation and the teacher training to go along with that. So she facilitates a Woman on Purpose groups online, I think, and now in person as well. And she was one of the first groups. But what she discovered is that she found her core essence of who she was, so that she could successfully share them with others and inspiring others, rebuilding foundations, reinventing, so that other women can become strong and confident and powerful leaders that this world needs. So are you feeling that? Are you feeling that the world needs more powerful leaders? So let's get on to the next bit, that one of my promises to you, and that's packaging your gifts. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, what are you worth? What are you worth, and what will you charge? And as I said in the first element, you have to align what it is that you want and what it is that you want to lead in. You have to understand the client that you want to work with, how much they need your solution, and how much you can and will they pay. And then you create a pathway of products or services. And that's, for example, you give value, you give free gifts of value, because you are in a level of service now. So you have to find what it is that you need to give of value. So if you're a baker, I would say create beautiful recipes. If you're a speaker, then Share what it is that you talk on. If you are in sales, then share some tips every single day. And then you can create that next offering so that you can serve as many people as possible and not have any guilt attached to what you're charging. Because those that really want the solution will pay for what you need, what you're offering. But some of them will not have the means. So for me, I created a book which had all of the solutions and the golden compass in for life and for business, and people can go through that and do it for themselves for a very, very minimum cost. I give free power poems out for women all over the world every single day, and I wrote them consistently without a break for a year and a half. And now I have a huge back catalogue of what I can use, and I'm still coming up with new creations, and those I offer for free. They're for people every single day, and they also work as marketing. And then think about VIP or high-end offerings. What do you want to do? Do you want to create retreats, or do you want to do workshops that are condensed, where you're showing people exactly step by step what you want to do? You get to choose. You've chosen this leadership position, so you get to choose how you deliver it. But as I say, be honest with yourself and how and who you want to serve, and ensure that you understand that low-end products you need to sell more. Requires more marketing, more clients, and more time. So create your pathway in honesty with what you need financially, emotionally, and with the time that you have available to devote to your leadership, to your business, to your purpose. Now, for this purpose, I want you to think at your highest level. What is it that you would charge? And I really want you to think and dream big throughout all of this. Whenever you're thinking about how you can do things, I want you to see at the highest level, because when you're serving at your highest level, you're surveying at your highest level, you know, and you're contributing more, and you'll be able to grow more. And the more you charge, the more you can contribute. The more you value yourself, the more the world will value you. And that means that if we're all valuing ourselves a little bit more, then we're bringing the world up. We're bringing society up, so that they don't have the power over us that they used to have. And the world will realize and have aspirations. And the bigger your dream and your action to sustain it, the more of a leader you will be to those who are following. So if you're constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly contributing, constantly leading, and leading from a place of abundance and joy and purpose, with a smile on your face, you become magnetic. People will be drawn to you. So let's create your product pathway. What is that biggest desire that you had? And let's think about that and work our way backwards. I know when I was thinking about how to create this, I thought perhaps I would like a multi-purpose venue. Now, I've always wanted a multi-purpose venue. When I started off, it was for theatre, for comedy, for karaoke, for cabaret, and I wanted to fit it all in so that we could dance as well, so I could take away the chair. So it wasn't a theatre, it was a multi-purpose venue, and this is when I was young. And I stopped dreaming. But when I brought it back I allowed myself to have that biggest desire again, it changed a bit. I decorated it differently, and it had even more value and more purpose to it. So this multi-purpose venue is what my biggest desire is. And it's also my pension plan to run this with gold lame and big hair. And now I've got the gold hair and the gold lame to go with it. So I'm on that line of purpose. But I want you to think about that biggest desire. And then I want you to work backwards from where you are now. So what is it? Is it to own your own retreat, to travel the world leading seminars, or working from anywhere your heart desires? Is it to create the best recipe book in the world that people will take seriously for their health and their energy levels? What is it that you want to do? And then I want you to ask yourself, is it to share your work with millions so that you can really make a difference? And is it to help out a specific cause or just to help your local community? And perhaps it might be a combination of any of these. I know that mine was, and you have to be able to combine this in a way that you have a strategy and you have the patience to employ it. Because when you're starting thinking about that bigger picture, you think of the end result first. And what would you need to do to achieve it, to create that pathway there? Now I want you to breathe now, because it's such a big thing, and you don't have to be there in an instant. Part of the mystery, the magic and the joy of being alive, being on purpose, being part of this new way of thinking, being a new thought leader, being a new, paradigm worker, is being able to cultivate the patience to enjoy every moment, so you are exuding the joy and leading from that place of joy. So you need to be able to breathe, to be, so that you can live in today with the hope of tomorrow, and never ever lose that. Never ever lose that hope of tomorrow, and never stop dreaming, because that's the bit that pulls you along, the motivation, like a watermill, it keeps you going. And then I want you to really be honest about where you are now. And you can start. I always believe that there is a way. And there is a way. You can start with where you are and what you have. Think about things differently. Then I want you to research similar offerings and competitors and see what you can do to make those offerings better or unique. Because you want to be doing this in your unique essence, and you want to be seen for all that you are, and you want to enjoy it and feel confident about what it is that you offer. And then you have to do the work. You have to create, make, learn, or practice, which means you have to write that book. You have to create that product, sew that outfit, organize that event, make those ideas come to life, and never, ever stop. Because that is the motivation. That is the momentum. When you realize that you can create, you can give, and it's yours, you can't stop. Because that's when we do get stuck as women. And I think that's when we do get stuck. It's usually when we're in transition. So I know for me, I'd always worked in music and theatre, both on stage and in the business side of it, marketing, PR, doing all the sales, managing a commercial music studio for people during the millennium, and singing in a band, doing theatre for charity, dramatic theatre, pantomimes, musicals. That had been my life. And when I had my baby and then got sick, it stopped. So I don't know whether you've got a period of transition. I know that some women have transition when they become made redundant, or they have a divorce, or they have a relationship breakdown, when they stop working, or they decide that they don't want to do what it is that they do anymore, and they're feeling that call, which I like to call the golden thread. It feels like you're being pierced in the heart. And I believe there's this golden thread going around the world to all the women of the world. So what is it that you are in, and can you relate to any of that? So I just want to give you ideas for online product pathway, because that's the way I followed. And I didn't go set my ideas out to do this. I knew nothing about the online personal development world. When I was writing, first of all, an angry first of all, I wrote a soft little story about me to leave my son should anything happen to me. That was when I was poorly. And then I wrote again in this angry voice to the world, or anybody was listening, but nobody was listening because I was angry. And then I had to learn to write in a voice that people would understand, because I was thinking incredibly spiritually, but on a level that nobody really understood, unless you're really able to understand the Tao or real spiritual teachings and psychology. So I had to make it what I was thinking and what I wanted to share, a voice. So this comes from my background and how I've managed to do what I've done. So I started writing the book. So writing the book was October 2013 and I published in May 2014. So we're not even at when I published the book, but I did start populating the Facebook marketing page in the January or February, I think, of 2014. So it comes from absolutely wanting to do what I'm teaching you today and going through that process without any idea of the internet marketing or internet personal development. I know that it's possible because I have done it and I've learned all I needed to do. So an idea for an online product pathway, and this can work in any way you want it to. It can work if you're a fashion stylist. It can work if you are energy healer. It can work if you're a nutritionist. It can work if you're a speaker, an author, or you want to be, if you just want to lead through wisdom and share what it is that you've already learned, then this can work for you. You need to develop a report or book or something. I've done it very differently. I write power poems every day and give masses of free value. And I say masses of free value because people aren't going to buy without knowing who you are and trust you with you. It's a noisy world out there. You have to be known and trusted for what it is that you deliver. And the easiest way to do that is I'm a big one for multitasking. So I create the poems, which is my marketing. It also shares my teaching. And I know that I'm giving value and serving in a much bigger way than I could do if I was charging. So that's a really good, important thing. Don't think that you're giving too much away. Not everybody will see everything. They never will. Everybody walks down different roads, so they will not see the billboards that you're putting out there. And also that you can give away your best stuff and people still might need your help to implement it, and still might need that because they don't want to waste their time or their energy, or they just want somebody to see them through. So don't be afraid of giving your best service away. It's how you package them and how you deliver them that will remunerate you and give back. It is a world of give and receive, of karma, of what you give out, you will get back. So give, serve. And then I found the best way for me to package all it is that I offer, or that I want to offer in the future, or I saw myself offering in the future, and to protect my intellectual property. And so that people wouldn't say when I expanded, oh, she didn't do that in the first place. I created a signature system, or some people like to call it a body of work. So in order for you to create your own product or your own leadership strategies, it's really important that you take the time to share what it is, those step-by-step systems that you already use probably, and write them down or video them and create a body of work. And that can be used within a book, within a course or an event or a workshop. And then you create a training program or whatever it is that you want to do. Would it be a seminar or a conference? And then how do you create that signature system? Well, it's quite difficult, and it takes some real taking everything you know, sticking it on Post-it notes is how I did it, and then bringing it all back together in a way that you are solving a problem. So that challenge that you are the solution for, whatever it is. So if you're a weight loss expert, how do you go through all of the steps with a client? And then you just map them out, and then you take each step and map that one out so that you have an awareness of what it is that you're going to teach and why you need to teach it, the steps that they need to take, any exercises or homework, and you create it in a step-by-step, systematic way so that it's easy to follow. Ensure that there aren't too few or too many steps, Ensure that they are in a way that leads clearly. And so that it builds and builds, every step builds on the last step and the one before that. And ensure that you create a system that is easy to follow. Now, when you're doing this, when you're creating this system, it might be that you know that most people with either a weight loss or a procrastination problem need to change their mindset first, or they don't feel valued, whatever it is that you do. You know that they create their mindset, but you know that that's not going to be their biggest need, their biggest challenge. It won't appeal to them. So you have to make this a challenge, a solution that appeals. So make sure that you're using wording that appeals to what it is that they want to fix straight away, and then give them what it is that they need to learn. This isn't about you and doing things your way. It's about giving people what they desperately need in their voice, and then you sharing what it is that you know that they have to address underneath. So you start each section with an outline and an objective. You teach the benefits and content and the reason for the lesson. And then you add any exercises, homework, and share what is coming next, so that it's not too overwhelming. And once you've done this, there's a picture of me holding my book in my hands there. You can use this whole outline for your book, for your course, in a workshop, in a VIP session or intensive. And this will also be your platform of leadership, your platform of knowledge and visibility. So it's essential that you do this with your passion, your wisdom, your clarity, and your integrity intact, so that you're serving at your best level. So you have to take the time to think about what it is that you're doing. Here's another one of our lovely teachers, and this is Rose. And it's helping, what she found is finding your peace and your joy and showing step by step how to use this knowledge, and sharing what it is that you do step by step, and ensuring that you have the business practices in there so that you can have the prosperity and abundance as a result, so that you can share that abundance and prosperity as a result. Next, we're looking at creating your own brand. This is the third of the promises that I made to you at the beginning of this masterclass. So what do you need to do? You need to ensure that this is in alignment with who you need and appeal to. I do this as fun, right? This doesn't have to be hard. Choose your favorite colors that suit you and work with your brand. So look them up, research them, and what is the psychology. You might have to make some compromises, maybe go down a tone or up a tone, but make sure that you have the psychology of the colors that you're using as well, so that not giving the wrong impression to the wrong people and just having that psychological influence. And then think about what style that you want to adopt. So what are you known for? Do you have big hair or no hair? Do you have big jewels or no jewels? Hippie chic or elegant classic look? What is it that you want to do? And then you can enjoy reinventing yourself. But also think about the lifestyle that you want to lead, so that you can share your authentic self and just be true to yourself all the way along, and be true to those who are following you. So what foods, entertaining, social experiences, travels, lifestyle do you have or do you want to have? And think about all of this, because you're going to be working this lifestyle. So you don't want to be stuck in a lack idea where you're just teaching a local community, you're not dressed the part, and then we'll have to go into a government area and you've got this community level appearance, but you want to lead in the world. You need to be at a level that you want to get to, and you need to start creating that now. And I have no judgment with anything, but if you are going to lead, you're leading in the world as it is. And appearances, believe me, they mean huge amounts. And I'll say this just quickly, one of my own personal experiences when I was really, really poorly after I had an operation to take all of my forehead out, and it was replaced by a really good vein and muscle from my leg. I was walking around in a hoodie and I was apprehended by our neighborhood watch community police team because they thought that I was in a teenage girl gang, and until they got closer and they saw my grey hairs, of course, and then they backtracked a bit. But then 3 weeks later, I was just getting used to my bad leg, and I wore a good outfit. I was taking the dog for a walk. I wanted to look smart after this last occasion, and I was a witness to a fight, and I was taken the notes. The police took the notes from me because I was deemed to be the best witness. So that's my personal point of view. I have no judgment myself. I know that anybody can do anything if they in their own way. But when you're dealing with other people, and those people that aren't perhaps as awake, enlightened, or full of the universal laws of abundance that you are, we have to work within those confines, and we have to work within that limitation that they have. So just be aware of that. So align you and your brand. And I love this. This is magical multitasking. This is how I've created what I do, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Doesn't mean that I'm always on brand. I get up in the morning, I wear funny pajamas, I do wear jogging outfits, and I do wear my nice fluffy gown when I'm at home. But most of all, I enjoy dressing up again. I enjoy creating Alexandra Gold. But I had to choose who that was. I've always had dark hair, and because the greys came through and my scars were so visible when I had dark hair and grey hair, I chose to go gold, to go with my name. I chose the name Gold because my great-grandfather was adopted and he would have been a gold, but mainly because what I was learning when I was growing, I was really intimidated about changing my name. I didn't think it would be authentic. But then I learned about the Japanese art of kintsugi, where when a pot is broken, instead of throwing it away, they mend it, they fill the cracks with gold. And that's exactly how I felt. So I became Alexandra Gold. So I created who I am sitting here today. And by creating and accepting what it is that you wear, then you accept yourself. You don't even think about it. It's not, at the moment I'm a bit overweight, but it doesn't bother me. I fit into my clothes and I'm doing something about it. And then other times I'm just on fire and I'm brilliant. But overall, I'm on a balanced level. I know what to do with my food, my eating, my energy levels, and I know what to do. Sometimes I fail and I eat loads of Maltesers, but I know what it is and I'm happy from that place. And because I've created the whole brand, the Alexandra Gold, the Golden Compass, all in the same thing, I don't have to work really hard. If I'm buying something for me or the house, if I'm buying this, my son actually brought me my necklace, which I'm showing you. It's a gold necklace and it fits my brand, so I can wear it for work and I become Alexandra Gold, or I can wear it out. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. It's most authentic I've ever felt. So what is it that you like? And choose a logo if you want. Choose your colors, choose your fonts, only a couple so that you've got clarity and so you remember what they are. And choose your colors, make sure that you've got the web number colors for them so that you're using the colors consistently. And then ensure that you are consistent and you can grow into your biggest desire with the flow and ease that you want. Oh, did I say now be consistent? Be consistent again. You don't and cannot change every week to gain brand, credibility, visibility and trust. I will say that again because it's incredibly important. You don't and absolutely cannot change every week to gain brand credibility, visibility and trust. And to be honest with you, I know that if you're scrolling through a news feed or you're looking at something, if you see something you recognize it instantly. And lots of the people that I think that I know are trying to create a leadership or a practice or a business or something that they want to stand out in, they keep changing their pictures. So I don't know who they are when I instantly recognize them. I don't. And I know that I haven't changed my profile picture on Facebook or my newsletter for a couple of years. I'm due an upgrade of that, but you don't have to change it all the time, and you need to make it so that it's on brand and says who you are, so that you'll immediately, you can do a lot with a photograph. And I've got pictures with me shouting or me being happy and silly with sunglasses on, because I don't want people that are really judgmental or, you know, really think that I'm perfect to be attracted to me, because I can't serve that from that place. I need to be me, you know. So think about what it is and don't change, and then ensure that you market everything with this branding and your truth, because it makes going out easy. It makes what you do, being marketing, what you can buy on brand. So everything that I buy for the house is now part of my set creation, part of who I am, part of my brand, part of my life, and I love it all. So make sure that you have fun and know that being your life as a leader is supposed to be fun. And then let your brand work. When you've created your brand, let's do it. Sorry, I'm going a little bit over time now. Let it do its work, exactly the same as you. Don't waste time on changing colors, logos, websites. There's a mistake that so many great leaders make, and it holds them back. Holds back a lot of time. You can always rebrand and redesign later, but as long as you have chosen and decided you are going to be a leader, then it is your job to do your work, and your brand can do its own. Shara is here. She's another one of my latest ladies, and she's just such a go-getter. And she knows that what she wants. She wants business, beauty, and bling. So she wants all of that abundance, and she wants to help other women on purpose, work from passion. You know, she wants to help other women, and she needed to create that essence and package it in a way. So she is now able to send those motivational posts and encouragement to other women in her circle, and she's creating retreats. She does her own leadership outreach, and is just making huge dents in a powerful way. The last thing that I promised to share with you tonight is how to share your gifts with the world. Now, in order to share, you have to make them aware. I know that most of you will have heard, if you build it, they will come. But they'll only come if they know about it and know how to get there, won't they? So you need to be visible. You need to make your offering visible, and you need to make it available, and you need to make it easy. And you need to choose your outlets and your media. What social media do your ideal clients use? What advertising will you engage? What radio, magazines, or TV will you approach, either online or offline? What is your marketing message? Is your presence magnetic? Have you done the work there? Have you learned how to share your voice, your story? Have you learned how to embrace everything that you can use, so that you can use video? You can create seminars and webinars and joint venture with partners or community. You know, you have to make these choices, and you have to make people aware. So you have to do the marketing in order to share your gifts with the world. And always serve from that place of happiness, joy, and magnetize your followers with your passion. This is so important. This is the most crucial and differentiating thing about becoming a leader of the new era, the new generation, the new paradigm. You have to trust that magic, going back to the beginning. You have to trust and believe in that magic of abundance and joy, and there is their balance and peace, passion, and prosperity in the world, in order for others to believe you. And always serve readily from overflow. Give more, give more, give more. It will always come back to you, I promise. Not always in the way that you want it, but it will come back to you, and you will grow, because people will share the message. And always trust that they will see your magic if you let your light shine. I promise you, but you have to shine it first. You can't be in the background. So become that shining light that they need. Never stop growing and learning, so that you can keep leading the way for others to follow. Keep serving, contributing and leading are secrets to living life abundantly, peacefully, prosperously. And to do that, we must never stop leading the way. Monique is another one of our beautiful A Woman on Purpose teachers, but she's also incorporated her love of dance. Now, Monique was a trained ballerina, a ballet dancer, and that was her work. So then when she suffered an injury, she went on to become a nurse and learn all about healing. And she's had quite a wonderful and vibrant story. But essentially, she wanted to combine the healing with her dance and share this message with the world. So she's managed to do that. She's combined all of that. And originally from the Netherlands, I know she's lived all over the world and has a very juicy story to tell people. She now works from a beautiful place, rather at the bottom of Spain. So let's recap this. What is the practice of leadership? What do you have to do to become a purposeful leader? Let's go over this again. You need to work from a place of happiness, passion. You need to love what you do in order to lead in that way that is showing people that it can be done. If you're doing things just because you think they'll make money, that's very old paradigm, and you won't have that magnetism, that draw card that people are looking for through a new area of leader. And then you need to have purpose. You need to define that purpose, work with that purpose, stick to that purpose, and keep on moving. Keep that momentum going until you've got some reward. And then you have to start profiting. And you have to decide what it is that you want, what it is that you want to grow to, and what it is that you want to contribute to. Because that is essentially what we all want. We want that significance. We want to create a legacy. And we also want to leave financial security to those that we love. So this fits every single bit of becoming a leader of the new era. And that's all it is. It's incredibly simple. Decide on your leadership role, make a clear decision on your specialist subject, and incorporate those other things that you like, and then look at the big picture. Be honest about what it is that you want to be and what you want to earn. Work your way back to where you are now. Get all of the help, learning, practice you need. Create your own signature system or your body of work. Decide on the client you need and want to work with, and decide on the time you want to work in your business. And then decide on your offerings. Get all of the help, learning, and practice that you need. Create your signature system. Decide, and I think I've just been over that. And then decide on your brands. Create a brand you love. Decide on who and how you want to be. Decide on a color scheme and theme for your business and enjoy them so that you're absolutely in your element, and you can do this from a place of happiness, and blend them so that your ideal clients will feel your presence, your essence, and your value. And then you have to share your gifts with the world. Build your platform. Decide on the social media that you will want to work with and your clients will want to work with. It doesn't have to be everything to start. Just get good with one. I know that I'm very good at Facebook. I'm absolutely diabolical on most of the others. Decide on your traditional media, because you can always follow that. If you want to be a leader, there will come a time where you want to expand what it is that you are sharing. Then get better and better at what you do. Offer huge value, gain trust, and never stop. So why is it so important to become a leader now? Imagine what your life would be like if you were filled with passion and purpose, you had enough money to fulfill your deepest desires, and had a tribe of followers who are able to gain massive value from what it is that you have to offer. Now, imagine what our world could be like if each and every woman and man who is hearing the call can stand in their power. Imagine the impact, imagine the voice, and imagine the legacy we could leave the world. So today I promised you how to design your unique leadership business and package it in a way to optimize your income, your time, and your lifestyle, to create a brand that you love, and to share your unique gifts with the world. So what did Shara, Rose and Sandra have in common with me and you and Monique, of course? We all wanted to be purposeful leaders. So what makes us purposeful leaders? We get the help that we need. And like many of you, when I started this journey, I did a lot of my own, as I know to many of my clients. So trying to figure out what it is that's my purpose, knowing that I want to lead in somewhere and be significant and create a legacy, both financial and to the world. It took me years and years. So from my tumor, which was diagnosed in 2002 to 2014, so the end of 2013, I started writing the book. It took a long time and tens of thousands of pounds along the way. And that was when I knew what I had to get help. I then got help to share my story. So sharing my story in a way that was useful and inspirational and without the drama attached and unnecessarily waffle. And doing that from a place of joy and sharing that joy. I got help on speaking and my presence. I got help with my signature system. I got help with my book, the outline, the process. I got help creating courses and structure. I got help with my website, Facebook, and implementing systems. I also got help with things like my speech and learning that again. And I had to practice and practice and practice, learning what it is that's going on in the world and researching. I wished that I had a system from the start that could have shown me all of this and given me something to do while I was learning it, because I wasted so much time. So I created a way to share this with women that get together so that we can make the impact that we so desire, that and get out of that pain that we have. An impact which is so necessary in the world today. So let me ask you this. How long do you want to take before stepping into your purpose, your power, your passion, and your prosperity? How much time are you going to waste learning all the steps? How much money are you going to spend? And how many people are you willing not to serve whilst you're wasting this time? Now you have a choice. You can choose to do this on your own, and many people do if they've got the tenacity and the ability to keep themselves accountable and the knowledge and the time. You can take that time. You can spend any money that you need in order to do this. You can stay invisible for the time that it is until you've got it right, or right enough for you to get out of your fear and to be that visible person that you want to be. And you can leave those people who are waiting for you struggling without your wisdom and your gifts to share. Or if you are tired of settling and wasting time when you know you could be taking a leadership role, then I want to help you. How can I help you? As I say, I've created a way to package all of my knowledge and learning along with a proven spiritual and practical personal development program to share with other women and men in the Golden Campus. It's non-gender specific, just like you, so that together we can make the impact we so desire, an impact which is so necessary in the world today. Wherever you are in your leadership process, you can start implementing this system today so that you feel worthy and enough, so that you can excavate your passions, skills, talents, and experience, so that you can find your flow, uncover your story, let go of all that it is that doesn't serve you and those limiting beliefs and replace them, giving yourself enough space to put the goodness back in so that you can reinvent yourself, so that you can learn how to teach, present, prepare, and perform, and then do it and share this with a community of like-minded women. If you would like my help, you'd immediately be able to teach this non-judgmental, simple, non-denominational system that works with the rhythm of nature, with the soul of the feminine, and with the power of the masculine, and allows for a holistic and practical evolution. And you discover your unique essence, and you can use your unique essence to make this right for you. In the A Woman on Purpose Foundation licensed teacher or facilitator program, we give you the complete Golden Compass spiritual and practical development system to use with your own branding, with our branding or your own. So that's either as a woman on purpose or the Golden Compass, or to integrate with the business that you have or the business that you want. You get to go through the course yourself. So that helps you uncover all these things that you're not quite sure of, and you'll find your story and find your joy and find those extra bits. And then you get bonus business and Facebook training, and you get outlines and templates for classes, workshops, VIP intensives and retreats with the event planning and budgeting and all checklists of what you need. And you'll get all of the business and Facebook and teacher training things as soon as you want, if you're ready to do the work. But you will have to go through the material and have a competency call with myself to unlock the teacher training, because we want to keep this system in its integrity. We want to make sure that it's known, because you can use this system time and time again, and it heals, it empowers, and it grows. It will heal and empower and grow you, heal and empower and grow those that you are teaching. And this is just a brief overview of the Golden Compass. It covers the 6 directions, which are the 6 main areas of life that everybody needs to live a balanced life. Balance and foundation, work and wealth, love and relationships, spirituality and philosophy, health and well-being, and law and community. That's where you serve your purpose, by the way. And then we have 2 infinite principles. And it really is simple. You take responsibility for all that you know and you can control in the infinite principle of self. And then you let go of all that you do not know and you cannot control in the infinite principle of the unknown. So it's a really simple, practical solution, because all challenges need solution, all practices need practicing, and all leaders need community, whether that's for themselves or a community, the tribe of raving fans. And the Golden Compass works on all levels. And most personal or spiritual development systems are outdated, too severe or too masculine in their approach, no longer relevant, not holistic, unable to serve the majority without discrimination, and unable to address the issues that mainly pertain to women. So who is this for? You must have a desire to lead and empower others. You must be ready to be non-judgmental and inclusive. Sorry, I just need a sip of water. You must be good at what you do and have complete integrity. You must be ready to take the action required. And I've even given you a VIP option to create your signature system or body of work after you've been through the course and training. And believe me, if I can do this in 2 years, I know that you can make an impact for so many people, and they're waiting for you to give them what they need. Now, I knew nothing of the personal development world when I started this journey. To me, it's about the message, and together that we women can change the world. So as you've listened to this all the way through, if you do feel that this is right for you and you want my support to create your own signature system, or to immediately start teaching as quickly as you can, because it's all immediately accessible, you can go through it as quickly as you want, or you can take the time. I go over the next cycle very soon, depending on what it is that you want. So I'm giving you a 30% discount on the prices, which you can find and how to register on awomanonpurpose.tv/foundation/registration. And you can use the webinar code webinar30 for a 30% discount code. And if you're not sure if you'd like to discuss this first with me, then I've got a few, very limited actually, number of call times available for you to discuss if this is right for you. And I also will offer payment plans that suit you if this is something that you want, but you want to spread the cost further. and in your currency, because I don't want to discriminate against anybody. And so you could be up and running with this and teaching and earning an income while you're paying for this as well. I want this to be an opportunity for women. Obviously, when you pay over a longer period of time, there are admin costs that incur, so it is cheaper to pay it off in full. But I really understand being there, going back to that place of when I had nothing to offer the world, or I felt useless, and going through that whole procedure of unearthing what it is that I could do and then how to do it, and doing it in the best way possible where I could be happy as well and live my best life, and to leave the financial and personal legacy that I wanted to have that significance, to be that useful person, and to live without the regrets that I had. So I would be really honoured to share this journey with you. I know it's not for everybody, but I know that I have the ability to share something that is quite unique in this way, and I want to give it to you if that's what you want, and it's something that you can use, because this will get you into action, and understanding what it is, excavating that joy along the way is so useful. It really is. You can be teaching this. I don't even mind if you use what it is, the lessons that we have. So there are 12 modules which teach you, and this is the Woman on Purpose Foundation. They go through how you are enough, and then they show you what it is that your joys are about. They show you how to let go. There are just so many ways to make you feeling back on purpose each and every time that you get into this. And so for you to be able to share this either in classes, you can do it from your home or in local workshops, then you can start sharing the lessons if you so desire. For me, it's more about the message that we keep these women and get more women leaders involved in our lives and keep us moving forward. If you do want more information in the Woman on Purpose community, we have all of these slides for downloading. You just have to look Woman on Purpose community, or you can send me a private message, because I've got the workbook that accompanies these slides. That's all uploaded to the Woman on Purpose community, and the slides have a little bit of extra information. And also the foundation, without the registration on the end, has more information about the modules if you're looking at teaching it, so what you would be able to teach immediately. So you just drop the registration off and you look at the foundation. I thank you for joining me tonight on this masterclass webinar. I know that I've had a couple of technical issues, which hopefully I will become better at and learn and grow and learn and practice and serve, so that I'm walking my own talk, because that's really important. Let me come back to you and stop presenting there. Yes, Marcy, this is being recorded, so you can repeat this for yourself and all of those people that are on for you. I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you do have any questions, if you do want to speak to me, then please let me know, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. But for now, I hope that you decide on what it is that you want to lead in. I hope that you can really help me to help make the world a better place, because essentially, if we are all leading the world from that place of joy, from that truth, from that abundance, and in a way that lights us up, that we are just magnetic, then we will be doing the world a service, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel so good. It is my absolute pleasure, Linda. Thank you for listening to it. If you do have any questions that you want from me, please feel free to private message me on Facebook, or get in touch with me in the Woman on Purpose community, or send me an email. I look forward to hearing from you, even if you just want to get a little bit of clarity about what it is that you want to do. I hope to see you soon. Lots of love. Bye for now.